Ladies and gentlemen, cats and kittens, boys and girls, I'm Carbonor. Welcome to my channel. I hope all is warm and well in your world today. Things are pretty cool here, Getting on I guess technically this isn't far from being the time that I would normally supposed to be on, but I have a tendency to always be late, as was the case today, because I meant to be on about 25 minutes ago or so, but, you know, things are things. And I'm just a perpetually late person. I can only apologize. I think, yeah, we get the first week's rewards for these tonight. Yeah, yeah. I think no, it might even be now. To be honest with you, I don't know exactly what time zone they're talking about, but it's technically the 21st today. I mean, right now at this moment, it's morning. It's 6 in the morning. So let's go see, shall we? We shall. Gonna be shalling all over the place. Cool, got one of them. Yeah, let's see. Let's see if there's any rewards yet. Okay. What? Okay. I guess it all comes at the same time. Maybe I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. I thought you got something weekly, but I guess it's just. Well, I don't know. I don't know. So I got discovered something pretty unfortunate today. I was very disappointed, very upset, quite angry. It seems, I have the original music. Hey, good morning, Ansel. He says, hi, I oppose going outside game to browser. RIP 10 Catalyst. Yeah, I don't like it either. I don't like it either. It was quite a pain in the ass to get all that shit signed up because you have to go to the specific link, and it was such a pain in the ass. It took me the better part of 30 minutes to figure it fuck all out. If you can't just do it in game, answer an in game email, don't waste our fucking time. You'd get a whole lot more participation if it was just an in-game email and you could get it there, do all the shit within the game. People would be more willing to participate. But the minute a fucking pop-up comes up and says, hey, go sign on here, 9 times out of 10, people are going to go, no, fuck you, that's too much trouble. But, not everybody is like, me, who's like, oh, free outfit? Yeah, sure, here. Okay, I'll go through the trouble. Most people are just going to be like, fuck that. But yes, I had some disturbing news today. I was recording my Sunday. It's, the last 2 Sundays of the month are always dedicated to the pay-per-views to my wrestling, my simulated wrestling federations, right? today was the Christmas episode or the Christmas pay-per-view for my female celebrity federation. And I remembered that I didn't have any music for it. So I was like, oh shit, I better run on to the music maker app that I use, which is Udio, and make up the music real quick. So I, punched in my prompts and I set it to do its thing and I listened to them both and I was like, okay, I think I like this one. And I went to download it and this new pop-up showed up that said it was basically a fucking smoke in your pole giving you some free credits. And essentially what has happened is the music maker app that I use, the AI music maker app that I use, has decided to partner with a music corporation company, record label. And now you can no longer download your original music. Now all that you can do is shuffle and remix stuff from the artists that are willing to participate from that music, from that record label. And I was like, you piece of shit motherfuckers. So I have to find a new music maker app that I'm happy with and hope to God that I can get mostly all I'm worried about is the vocals that I use. I want it to sound as much like the other ones that I have. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's just, I was so fucking mad. I was so fucking mad. And I was like, you fucking pieces of shit. So yeah, that's what I had to deal with today. So luckily, I had so much shit that I didn't use, and just instrumental stuff and background music that I haven't used yet. I mean, I have fucking probably 200 fucking songs that are just the versions that I didn't choose. So luckily, I've got a pretty good library of created music, but not the stuff. Yeah, Ansel, thank you, thank you. He said, indeed, that sucks. Yeah, it's kind of sucks. Luckily, I mean, there is one good. I mean, at least one fortunate thing about it is that I had gone through every song that I had written and even stuff that I had halfway written from a long time ago. So I had gone through all my material. So the albums that are on my channel right now, that's everything that some of them, maybe 10 or so, I wrote in modern times, like within a few weeks around each album. But the vast majority of it, probably about 90% of it, was all stuff that I had pre-written from my early days. So anything now that I was going to be making is stuff that I'm currently writing. So I can at least say that I got through all the material that I had. So that's something at least. And thank God I was adamant about as soon as I was done with them, I downloaded everything. So there's nothing that I left behind that I wanted to keep. Because I fucking canceled my subscription and deleted my account and erased the fucking app. I was like, fuck you guys. And I hope I can find one that's as good, because I've talked about how good it is in the past, and how it was so clean and oh my God, it's so aggravating. It's so fucking aggravating. There are a lot of people pissed off, and I think the app's going to tank now. The only thing that's going to keep them afloat is the fact that they're gonna have this partnership with this record label, who's probably going to be, you know, um, financing them from this point on, because users aren't going to use it. Who the fuck wants who the fuck wants to go on, wants to do nothing but just, oh, I'm going to remix this song that this band did. Well, that's not yours. That's theirs. That's, you can't make any money off that. You can't fucking promote that because it's theirs.
Descendant. This is a phase separation veil, which uses inversion energy. It has a large output, which requires processing of tens of billions of units of data per second. According to the standard analysis, the structure that appears to be a computing device is built on this artificial intelligence. This is the processing of that data. Continue to device descendant. If you overcome the device, the veil will be neutralized.
No, I didn't have time. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ansel. I was busy recording a bunch of shit today. Trying to get back on track. I'm going to, though. I promise I will. Because I very much like the way you described that. That is probably going to be more towards my play style for it. Because I don't know what to do with her. As she stands, as they have her created, you're so limited by only being able to hit that, only being able to fire a bullet on that particular beat, because you don't have time for that shit. When there's a fucking swarm of 300 fucking monsters coming at you, you don't have time to wait a split second for that beat to come up. You got to be fucking firing. Ansel says, I realize that you keep firing during overkill phase, not separate shots. Yeah. I just go blam 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 blam. And it eats up my MP because of that. I know it, if you do it within the time shots and you get like perfect shot or some shit like that, it will restore your MP. And still I'm just like blam 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 blam. So definitely that kind of a build is gonna be beneficial to me. Oh, I meant to do that twice. But I'm on early because, this is Sunday. And it's got to be a shorter stream due to work. Good morning, Zen Speed. How goes it, man? Ansel says, maybe after you upgrade, MP is consumed only after overkill ends. Oh, wait. Maybe after you upgrade, MP is consumed only after overkill ends. Okay. I do have a long way to go with her yet. I've barely done anything with her. Mainly because, you know, the ultimate. I've got to get the ultimate. And I don't see a whole lot of point in advancing her beyond what I need to for like story purposes or just to get the experience for the mastery rank up. Stand ready, Midnight.
Descendant. This is a phase separation veil, which uses inversion energy. It has a large output.
Ansel says, I remember losing MP only when Luna is on cooldown, i.e. you building up those notes.
Structure that appears to be continue to insert Valdis artificial brains into the computing device. If you open the device, the veil will be neutralized.
Oh, okay. Ansel says, when gathered 3 notes, you go into overkill and MP is not used. That's the build by the what Asian robot? What is it? What is his name? Real Asian robot. Okay. I knew it was something Asian robot.
Using the phase separation veil, you can create an opening to attack the commander directly.
I took a screenshot of it yesterday. I mean, you could do it again if anybody's listening and would be interested in it. But if it's just for my benefit, I took a screenshot yesterday. See, a few more people have joined in. Welcome to the channel. I'm Carbonor. Hope all is warm and well in your world. Ansel says better copy because you cannot copy from screenshot. I know, but I can type it in. Did I have anything? Yes. Shit. There's the link if anybody else is interested in it for a badass Luna build. Thank you, Ansel.
Now what do you want? Go on.
My shit. I want my shit that I made. Not your attitude. Why she gotta be such a bitch all the time? God. Swear. That must just be a general personality trait among the magistrates. They're just fucking assholes. So Zen Speed, how are you doing getting back into the swing of things? Was it just like riding a bike?
Descendant. The enemy has modified the
Oh, son of a
ancestors' weapon
bitch.
with Vulgus technology and are using it to emit inversion energy. It appears they are defending the gate with it. The weapon contains ancient arcane. The structure on the ground draws and releases this. Descendant, I will show you the properties of the arcane stored within the weapons. You can disconnect the energy link using your own arcane.
Zen Speed says, too busy. I watch you while I'm working graveyard security. Oh! Is that a most of the time boring job? I imagine depending on what you were securing, it would be very boring. Or would have the potential to be very boring. You motherfuckers! I didn't even know that was a thing! Now I gotta hit them all, assholes. Thanks, fuckers. Did I by any chance do it? No. Triangle X. Fucking assholes. Yeah, I didn't know they could just blow the platform up. That's unfair. Zen says, not always. A crazy drug addict jumped over my desk once. I get unruly or emotional visitors on a regular basis here at the hospital, but I can usually talk them down. So you're at a hospital, so it's still open. You're not like working graveyard for a closed like store or something. Oh wow,
Descendant,
yeah,
the enemy commander is
yeah.
using the inversion energy as a personal barrier.
I can see that getting
We must find a device with the
interesting.
same arcade properties.
I worked
You need
for
to attack that device from
8 years at a state-run mental institution as a psychiatric technician. So yeah, I know all about unstable people. My job was to basically a psychiatric technician is a CNA without the certification. So the only things that you can't do are like invasive things, like you can't do enemas or give people shots or medication or stuff like that. But everything else, monitoring them, keeping up, doing vital signs, all that kind of shit. That was what we did. Plus the added bonus of when they get unruly, you get to put them on the ground. I did that for 8 years. Best job I ever had. Fucking loved that job. I had so many motherfuckers. I'm about a 6'2". I'm 6'2". I fluctuate between 180, 190 pounds, and I have what I like to call southern muscle. Like southern guys, we're like all sinew. so so we have deceptive muscle. It's there. You can't always see it in definition. And I had so many dudes who were bigger than me, taller than me, fatter than me, who would fucking challenge me and be like, I don't think you can put me on the ground. And then, like 5 minutes later, my knee would be in their throat while they were on the floor, and I'd be like, what was that you were saying? I didn't hear you. Did you say something about me not putting you on the ground? And what's happening right now? Are you on the ground? Am I on top of you? Well, I'll be damned. Because we got it was a state-run psychiatric institute, but the problem was that we were the administrator of our little place had worked out a deal essentially with all the fucking jails in the surrounding counties and shit. So they would send their forensic patients to us. And we weren't supposed to have the amount of forensic patients that we had, but most of the time our patients were, it was like at least 50% forensic patients, and there was absolutely nothing goddamn wrong with them. They would just do shit like they'd be punk ass little bitches that would fucking rob old people, break into their houses and beat them up and shit, and then they'd go to prison and be like, oh no, I'm depressed, I'm going to kill myself, because they thought they could have easier time at a mental institution as opposed to at a prison. So they would come there and they would act like they ruled the roost, like they were going to do whatever the fuck they wanted to. So us psychiatric technicians were like, that's not the way it's going to. That's not the way it's going to go. Number one, we don't have guns, we don't have body armor, we don't have shields. So we're going to be a lot more aggressive to you when you start shit. We're going to put an end to it immediately because we don't have anything else that we can do other than put you on the fucking ground and let you know this is not going to fly. Got it. Oh my God. Loved that job. Loved that job. But they closed it down and turned the whole place into basically a public park. And now the buildings that were remained are just like, just there. They'll probably be torn down eventually. Sinsby says, yep, we handle the emergency detention warrant patients that are forced to do 48-hour eval in the safe room. Yep. We called it the observation room. The doc in the ER decides if they get institutionalized. Yep. Yeah, ours always did. Our fucking doctors were so sneaky because they wanted the money from the insurance companies, so they would trick the people into saying they were suicidal even though they weren't, you know, and they would trick them into it. And then the next thing you know, these people would be in our fucking place for like months.
The weapon contains ancient artifacts. The structure on the ground draws
It made.
releases this.
I come from a medical family. Like there's so many people in the medical field in my fucking family. Nurses, EMTs, fucking, you know, emergency workers, you name it. They're in my family. I'm like the only one that didn't have that gene. But I thought my sister was a med nurse at this place, and I thought, you know, she told me that they don't make you wear a uniform and they don't drug test. And I said, where can I get an application? So, you know, I didn't have a high opinion of doctors to begin with because I didn't have any doctors in my family, but it's all nurses and people who have to deal with the ego of doctors. So I never had a high opinion of doctors to begin with, and working in that place didn't change that. Did not change that. In fact, it made it worse. It was just like, you motherfuckers, you think you're a lot more than you are. And we would do my job was some people I had to write every 15-minute, you know, checks on what they were doing at that particular time. You know, most everybody it was 30 minutes. A lot of people, some people were hours, but you know, some of the people in the observation room, you had to do it every 15 minutes. You had to fucking, you know, chart what the hell they were doing. And these doctors would say this and that, and oh, this person's this, and oh, he's dangerous, and all this shit. And we would write in the charts how like some of the nicest people that I ever met, some of the most down-to-earth, having a good fucking time people I ever met were fucking murderers. and we would tell them, we would be like, these motherfuckers aren't crazy. And they'd be like, well, blah, blah. And we'd be like, no, listen, we were with them 24 hours a day. Listen, look at the shit that we're charting. They are not fucking crazy. He just fucking decided to kill somebody. No, he's this and this and this. And be like, okay, whatever. I saw so many people who committed just absolute outright fucking murder and trick the doctors during the 15 minutes that they would see them a day, and throughout the rest of the day they would be completely normal, and they would not believe us to save anybody's life. So yeah, working there, it was like, yeah, doctors are kind of pieces of shit sometimes. But yeah, that job, it allowed me to sort of live out a fantasy of being sort of a superhero, because you know, you're essentially keeping the peace, and you're you know, stopping bad guys from hurting actual sick people. You know, we would be down in the cafeteria. One of my favorite things in the fucking world was we would be down in the cafeteria just sitting there with our patients who got those privileges, you know, and all of a sudden they would call a 00, and a 00 was shit's going down. Everybody get to this wherever it is immediately. Out, bam, you hit the stairs and you run up like 5 flights of stairs and you just run into a situation and put somebody on the fucking ground. It was like, oh my God. like being a fucking superhero. So I fucking loved it, you know. I didn't work there, and I didn't enjoy it because I was helping people. That wasn't why I had that job. The reason that I worked there for as long as I did was because it allowed me it it allowed me to get physical with people, and it was permissible. And it allowed me to get out some of my aggressive tendencies. I mean, I'm not saying I walked around looking for fights by any means. You know, some of those people were fucking cool as shit, and a lot of them, a lot of the patients who had been there for any length of time would tell the newcomers, they'd be like, "You see that dude right there with the long hair? Don't fuck with him." And he will fuck you up. Don't start shit in front of him, and he will be cool. But the minute you step out of line, he's going to get right in your face and say, "Do something." Do something. I had so many people tell me they were going to kill me, and I would just stand up right in their face, almost nose to nose, and be like, "Do something." Oh my God. I had so many people threaten to be like, "I'm going to kill you when I get out of here." And I'd be like, "I'll be waiting for you. Find me. I'm not hard to find. Find me. And just remember, I don't have to follow the rules on the outside." Oh my God. I love that fucking job. But yeah, dude, most of those people were cool as shit. But we would get those young punk asses come in there, and they would treat our actual sick patients like they were just absolute garbage. They would steal fruit from them. They would steal the sheets off their beds while they were fucking sleeping, and it was just it. You couldn't take an easy hand with those people because they were you just couldn't. You just couldn't. They were not there to get better. They were there to take advantage of the situation and the system. You know? Because there was nothing wrong with them. They were just criminal pieces of shit that knew that if they said the right things in front of a doctor, they wouldn't have to fucking, uh, essentially pay for their fucking crimes. You say that magical suicide word, and suddenly everybody's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, hold on now. Let's make sure this guy's okay." It's like, how about the old man that's in the hospital right now? Are you worried about if he's okay? Are you worried about how he's doing? He was just asleep in his fucking house when this punk ass bitch broke through the goddamn window and beat him nearly to fucking death. Are we worried about him? Or are we gonna worry about this fucking piece of shit right here? Sorry. I'll stop. Well, that's why I was like that. The only reason I stopped working there, I essentially was made to quit because we had a certain patient who grew up in the children and youth program. I mean, almost since he was a fucking baby. So, and he was just out of fucking control because the CNY program did not allow you to place hands on children. Obviously, I mean, to a degree, you can agree with that, but then there comes a point when it doesn't matter how old they are. If they're a fucking threat, they're a fucking threat, and they have to be treated exactly the same. No matter how young, how old, doesn't fucking matter. If they are a legitimate threat, you have to forget all of that and just see them as threat. But maybe that's just my opinion. But anyway, so that was their policy, was a hands-off policy on everything. So he grew up in this situation where he could just do whatever the fuck he wanted. And when he turned 18, he came to the adult building that I worked in. And everybody was so fucking scared shitless of him. So fucking goddamn scared shitless of him. And on the first interaction that I had with him, he said, "I'm going to spit in your face." And I was sitting in a chair, and I just kind of laughed at him, and I said, "Do it and see what happens." He said, "I'm going to do it." I said, "Do it and see what happens." And he hopped up something in his throat, and I stood up and got right in his face, and I said, "Do it and see what happens." And from that moment on, he knew exactly where he stood with me, that I was not one of those people who was going to put up with his bullshit. And there came a day, like, you know, a long time later, when we came on shift, the night shift, because the night shift had the reputation of being, you do not fuck with us. From nurses to psych techs to the security guards, you do not fuck with night shift. So we came on shift this one day, and he had already assaulted 2 patients and a nurse, and had the techs in a standoff in the observation room when we came on shift. So we immediately went into action like we always did, and we went out there, got him, said, you're going to the seclusion room right fucking now. And when we took him to the seclusion room, he ripped off one of his shoes and threw it at us, and we just immediately did what we always do. When a fucking patient throws something at you, you fucking put him on the ground. So we put him on the ground, and there was one doctor that for some fucking reason, had so much goddamn sympathy for this piece of shit. So much fucking sympathy for him. And he basically set us up during the whole thing. He essentially told us he was going to get the medicine, so we could give him a shot, you know, and you know, sedate him. And that almost like 99.5% of the time means put him on the ground and hold him until the nurse gets there with the shot. And he didn't order, and he intentionally did not put that in the order that we were going to put him on the ground. And then he reported us, and all 4 of us basically got put on suspension while there was an investigation. And we were having, my interview with the investigator was like, so, you know, what led to the, you know, incident? And I told him the whole 9 yards, and he said, so you really think somebody throwing a shoe at you is worthy of being put on the ground? I said, well, why don't you go stand against the wall and let me take off my shoes and start throwing them at you, and we'll see if I can do damage with one. Would you like that? Would that solve the thing? So they basically wanted me to come in and work the cafeteria or something for like half the pay for the fucking, you know, 2 months that the rest of this shit, the investigation was going to go on. And I was like, no, fuck that, I quit. I told the administrator to his face, I was like, you can go fuck yourself, you are a worthless piece of shit. Fuck you, you scumbag asshole. And that was how that came to an end. But yeah, dude, I fucking love that job. I love that job. It taught me a lot about you know, what are you capable of? You know, because I'd been in scuffles and shit when I was a kid, you know, with bullies and things like that, and defended myself, but never like grown actual people who wanted to cause me legitimate fucking harm. You know what I'm saying? So it was pretty cool in that fact, in that regard. That you know, it showed me that when push comes to shove, I'm you know, I can protect myself. And it also showed me that there's a whole lot of people out there that talk a lot of bullshit, But when you get up face to face with them and say, okay, show me, they don't want to show you. There were a lot of patients though that I mean, cause one thing you also learn, especially working in a state-run institute, is that the majority of people who are homeless, the majority of those people, even the ones that there's something mentally wrong with, they want it. They want to be homeless. People are like, no, they're in this situation and this. It's like, no, they want to be homeless. They don't want to be tied down to jobs. They don't want to have to worry about bills. They just want to worry about the simplicity of survival. I want to survive. I want to eat. I want to get high. That's all that matters to me in the world. And you got to admit that's so much simpler than the way me, you, everybody else lives. You know, we have schedules, we have budgets, we have all this other shit. So you can see the appeal there to just basically bottle it down to the most base things that you need. And that is an astounding amount of the homeless people out there are those exact people. So we would get people in, they were regulars, you know, like we would get them in. We would get them on their dosages, we would get them normal, we would get them straightened out, we would get them in housing, we would get all this other shit, and within 6 months, they were right back where they were. They come right back to us in the same condition they were, because that's what they wanted. They would run away from the homes, they would run, you know, they wouldn't do whatever was required by the orders or whatever. They'd get back on the streets, just start getting high again, and then they'd be right back where they were. And some of them were good guys, you know. Some of them I really liked. Some of them I had sympathy for. There was one guy above all others. I loved him to death. Loved him to death. He was a former professor, college professor. He was so fucking smart. So fucking smart. And he had I can't remember what his diagnosis was. What exactly was wrong mentally with him. But on top of that, he had a brain tumor. And the medication that helped his mental condition hurt the brain tumor. And the medication that helped the brain tumor hurt his mental condition. So he was in a rock and a hard fucking place. I loved that dude to death. He called me Jeremiah. Every time I come into work, every day, he would see me and go, Jeremiah was a bullfrog. And I'd be like, what's up, dude? How's it going? He hit me in the face once. I was standing at the half door with him, you know, because that's where he liked to hang out. He would just come and hang, you know, prop up on the half door and talk to us in the nurse's office while we were doing our business and shit. And I was just standing there one day, and he just hit me and punched me right in the face. And I just looked at him and I said, "Did you just punch me in the face?" And he said, "I'm sorry, Jeremiah. I'm sorry." And I was like, "Man, I don't even want to talk to you right now. Just go away." Just go away. But I love, man, his family was fucking him so bad. They were trying to steal every bit of his money and fucking provide him with the absolute least amount of care that they fucking possibly could. They were goddamn doing him so. It was such a sad situation. Such a sad situation. You couldn't help but feel for the guy. You really couldn't help but feel for him. Especially knowing how fucking smart he was. He was a fucking college professor. But yeah, that's the only time anybody ever punched me in the face that I was more, my feelings were more hurt than my actual face was. It legitimately hurt my feelings. I was like, God damn, man. What do I need to do? Oh yeah, right. More Sigma. I'm telling stories and forgetting what I'm doing. Stories of my younger days. Oh my God, do I have stories from that place? 8 years. You can imagine working in a mental institution for 8 years. The shit that I've seen. I've seen some crazy shit. Because they're not, state-run mental institutions are not like privately run mental institutions. It is a whole different animal. Because you get what they refuse. You get the ones that they're like, nah,
extreme concentrations
we don't want that one.
Within the operation zone. All units, please proceed at your own discretion, but do not exceed your limits.
But still, despite all of that, best job I ever had. Best job I ever fucking had. We accrued 3 different kinds of time. We had sick time, annual time, and comp time. You could literally take mental health days. You could just call in and be like, I can't do it today. I cannot do it today. And they'd be like, all right, we'll put you down as a comp day. And working there, I also found out one weird thing about fucking nurses is all they talk about is food and sex. That's it. No matter how old they are, all a nurse talks about is food and sex. Zinsby said, I only get 0.76 hours PTO a week. What is PTO? I called you Zinsby, didn't I? Yeah, I didn't say the wrong name, did I? Suddenly I thought I said the wrong name. I hope I didn't do that. This is definitely not where I thought I'd be talking about today, but that's one of the weird things about streaming, is you don't know what you're going to talk about until you just start opening your mouth and shit just starts coming out. That's what I found. Comp time. Okay, yeah. That's what he meant by, that's what PTO means. Yeah, it was ridiculous. The check I got when I fucking quit was all my annual time and comp time. They didn't give you the sick time, but you got every fucking thing else. My last check was like, I think it was like $5,000 or some shit like that. It was fucking crazy how much time I had saved up. But you know, it was a state facility, so you know, of course you're gonna get way more shit than you would at a private fucking place because it's state run and it's nothing but you know, red tape and bullshit. And since you work in a hospital, this is funny. Anytime that we would have to take patients to the hospital, basically, our orders were anytime we had to take a patient to the hospital is we're not to touch them, because when you're at the hospital, it's up to the staff of the hospital to restrain them. So they would be doing shit, and I'd just be sitting there in the chair, you know, looking at my phone and shit, and they'd be like, "Are you gonna help?" I'd be like, "I'm not allowed to." All I can do is sit here and watch him. I'm just here to make sure that he's here. That's it. That's my only purpose for being here. They hated that, and I was like, "I'm sorry. My orders are to not touch him when he is in your care." I'm so sorry. There you are.
Damn it.
Bitch. Alright. You gonna make me whip this out.
Why am I?
Didn't have to go that way, dude.
Mission complete. Transport inbound. See you soon.
Bad optics. I like that name. Some people have some interesting names, and some of them just have weird fucking names. I'm sure people think that of me. People often see my name and think that it's like Car Boner. No, it's not Car Boner. It's Carbonor. If it was Carboner, it would be ER at the end, not OR. It's meant to be like carbon ore. Like CARBON and then ORE, but you know, you drop the E when you put it together. It's a long story where it came from. I could tell it. I mean, I might as well. What else am I gonna do? I gotta fill the time with some kind of something. But I've mentioned my my three best friends in high school. There were four of us, you know. I mean, we were really close, as you know. As you know, groups of friends are, and you know, also as groups of friends are. This is just a side thing, but especially among dudes, is that if all of you are not in a group together, if not together, you're talking about the other one. You're talking shit about the other one. That's just part of dudes and how we operate as friends. And there's always one of you that's the low end of the totem pole. That is the one that everybody makes fun of. That's not got anything to do with my story. That's just rules of guy friends. Because some women sometimes are not aware of that. That's just the rules. But at any rate, you know, there were four of us, so we often compared ourselves to, you know, the Four Horsemen, not just the wrestling group, but also like the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse, and we were all into comic books and, you know, shit like that. So one of us, who was quote unquote the leader of the group, he gave us all what he called cosmic names. You know, he just, you know, he made them up just, you know, based on certain attributes of who we were. Like, he was called Wad the Impaler, W-A-D, because he was more aggressive than I am. And he actually what, you know, took karate, so he was more capable than I am as well. I don't have a style of fighting. It's just once I get my hands on you, you're fucked. That's basically what it is. I'm gonna break something. If we're in a fight and I get a hold of you, I'm not gonna stop until something's broke. You're gonna walk. I'm not out to win the fight. I'm out to hurt you. I'm out for you to remember years from now when you're limping around and you've got that sore in your hip or your knee or something. You're gonna remember that I was the one that put that there. That's my goal in a fight, is to just leave my mark on you. You might kick my ass, that's fine, but you're gonna remember me. But at any rate, so he was Wad the Impaler. One of the other guys was Gotch Van Gelder, the Keeper, because he was obsessed with recording any kind of, just if it was even remotely something that amused him, he recorded every episode that came out. And this is back when you had VCRs that you had to set, and you had to have tapes, and he had the most massive library of fucking shows that he had recorded. It was insane how obsessive and compulsive he was about it. And then one of the other guys was Cartax the Seeker, because he was constantly trading in his cars, and he was always worried about the tax on his cars and whether or not he could afford to pay it. And the Seeker was because he could find shit. He was just really good at finding shit. And mine was Carbon Ore the Wanderer, because I smoke carbon ore, and the Wanderer because I wander and I wonder. That's why the Wanderer is spelled W-O-A-N-D-E-R, as opposed to W-O or W-A, because I do both. And that is the name that I have used that name. It's right now on my YouTube channel. That's the name that I use. Like, 40 fucking years later, I'm still using the name that one of my friends gave me in high school. Because it felt more me than the name that my parents gave me. It felt like that's who I am, more than the name that my parents gave me.
This is great. Melt away.
We also had 3 other, like, I don't know, they were extras. They were like the standbys. They were like, you know, like when Kiss would lose one of its members and they would find somebody else and give them makeup, and you were like, yeah, okay, they've got makeup, but that's not the original lineup, you know. Like when they brought in Vinnie Vincent and Eric Carr, and you know, as the Ankh and the Fox, it was like, yeah, that's them, but that's not. They're not real. We had 3 guys like that. We had Ord Soundbreaker, the listener, because he was the one that everybody talked their shit to and everybody complained to. And he was known for breaking noise ordinance violations in a town not far from where we lived. Anytime he went there, he would get pulled over by the police for breaking noise ordinance violations. And then we had another one. It was Vid Akron the Observer, because he drove an Akron, and because he had these thick ass glasses, and all he ever did was just watch what we did. He rarely participated in conversations. He would just watch us. It was kind of weird. And then we had another one who became my mortal enemy. His name was Caliban the Flayer, because he had this stupid knife, this fillet knife that he carried around for some goddamn reason. And he was later his name became Caliban the Betrayer because of what he did to me that I won't go into right now. And he was no longer in the group. We were a strange group of guys. I'll admit we were a strange group of guys. But that's why we all got along. Because we were fucking weird. I often say, I don't know if any of you have seen this movie that came out like in the 90s. It's called Airheads. It's one of Brendan Fraser's, early movies. It's a comedy with Adam Sandler, Steve Buscemi's in it. It's fucking hilarious. And it's about this metal band that's trying to get a record contract, and all these record companies want them to do is sell out and have a gimmick and do all this stupid shit that they don't want to do because they want to live, they want to make it on the merits of their music, not on just, being a stupid gimmick. And one of the guys, Taz, the lead singer, lead guitarist of the band, is pretty much who I inadvertently, as far as my look goes and the style and everything. And one of the things in it is the police, the negotiator, is trying to basically, get them, put them in prison, and he's got no sympathy for them. He's like, no, they're criminals, they're gonna hurt somebody, blah blah blah, whatever. He was an asshole because it was a comedy, and yes, they were criminals, but it was funny, so But he like looked up the information, looked up their past and everything, and he was trying to give Chaz shit. And he was like, his real name's Chester. He played D&D and blah blah blah. And that's what it really was. I was like, okay, yeah, because you watch a movie, and then 10, 15 years go by, and you watch it again, and you're like, oh, holy shit. I turned myself into this guy. I highly recommend that movie. It's fucking hilarious. It's back when, a movie was allowed to be funny. even if it did offend people. Because, you know, there's, you know, people should be offended every once in a while. It, you know, let you know you're alive. And also let you know that, hey, there's other people out there in the world, and they don't necessarily think like you. And just because you're offended doesn't mean they shouldn't be able to get to enjoy what they enjoy. And if you don't like it, just don't fucking watch it. And everybody will be happy. You know? I mean, fuck, people like the Fast and the Furious movies, and I don't give them... I mean, okay, I do give people shit about liking the Fast and the Furious movies. That's the dumbest fucking franchise on the face of the planet. The people that write those movies have no idea what the word physics means. They have no fucking clue what it means. And one of the funniest fucking things is in the 10th one, when they fucking go into goddamn space in a fucking car, and Ludacris says, if the physics hold up, we'll be fine. And I just laughed my goddamn ass off. I was like, don't even mention the word fucking physics. That movie makes it seem like, you know, cars behave like horses, and if you fucking kick them just right, they'll jump for you. That's not the way horses work. That's not the way cars work. Now, don't get me wrong. The first one was a good movie. But as each new one came out, they just got more and more and more ridiculous. Hansel says, I have 0 movies watched of Fast and the Furious. Well, that's you're not missing anything. You're not missing anything. You really aren't. Like I said, the first one's not a bad movie. It's really not. It's still within the the realm of realistic. But the rest of them are just absolute fucking stupid. I much prefer Vin Diesel's other franchise, Riddick. I much prefer that. Although I think they made a wrong direction with that one as well. Making him some kind of weird super alien, I think kind of destroyed some of the mystique of the character. I think it was better that you just assumed that this guy was capable of pushing himself beyond the limits of most people simply because, he was just that badass. I think that made him a more interesting character than, oh, the reason he's capable of doing all this stuff is because he's from this super strong alien race that's almost extinct now. It's like, that kind of ruins him. That makes him less like Batman, that's just like sheer willpower is allowing him to do the things that he does in that movie, as opposed to, oh, he's faster because he's genetically, got different DNA than humans, so of course he's going to be stronger. It just seemed better and more mysterious that it's like, how the fuck is he able to do all this just because he wants to? He just wants to. I like that idea. I like the idea of, Superman is my favorite, male comic book character, but the Batman character appeals to me in the fact that it is by sheer willpower that he is able to do what he does, that he's able to push himself just because he says, do not stop. You know what I'm saying? And there's a part of that it appeals to me that it's if you want something, if you want to commit an action bad enough, that nothing on earth is going to stop you from doing it, simply because you're like dead set on it, So I like Pitch Black a lot more than I like the following Riddick movies because you don't know shit about Riddick in that first movie. You don't know anything. You don't know how he's able to pull 500 pounds of fucking space shuttle fucking engine across a fucking wet fucking desert while all these goddamn savage animals are trying to eat him. You're like, how the fuck is he doing that? And that's the way it should be. Ansel says, mystery fuels enjoyment. Same like the alien engineers were killed in the later movie equals mystery lost. Yeah, Yeah, why did we have to know who created the aliens, the xenomorphs? Why did we need to know that? Why couldn't they have just been a fucking species from another planet that we didn't know shit about? Why did it have to have an origin by humans? Why was that necessary? I didn't understand that. I didn't understand. You know, that's part of the problem with everything, is that Hollywood is so fucking tied up with, like, let's give an origin for this. Let's give an origin for that. Well, where did this come from? Well, where did their ship come from? Where did this, you know, it doesn't matter. That kind of shit doesn't fucking matter. But that's the kind of you know, member berries that they're absolutely fucking obsessed with. So that in the theater, you know, they get normies nudging each other in the shoulder. That's from that movie. You remember that movie? Yeah, that's from that movie. Everything's just so stupid now. Everything's just so stupid now. Nothing requires you to do any thinking at all. It's just like, no. It's like the movie Jeepers Creepers, right? The first Jeepers Creepers movie. That movie is scary as hell until they show you what he looks like, and then you're just like, oh, he's a lizard dude. Oh, now I'm not scared anymore. But up until that moment in that movie, when all you see is the trench coat and that hat, and you can't see anything inside it, that's fucking scary as hell. But the minute they show you that he's just some fucking lizard dude with wings, it's like, oh, well, I guess, okay. The unknown is the scariest thing in the fucking world.
Such a useless thing. Humans are so easy to read.
Are we? We're easy to read? Is that what you said? So you know that I'm already gonna kick your ass then, I imagine. Did you know I was gonna do this? Did you read that? Did you read that? Okay, this one's on the next page. I don't know if you got to it yet, so we'll see if you made it to this chapter. And there's the epilogue.
For the Legion.
All right, Hazard, let's go home. Childish Gambozer. That was cool. The real Zorak. Wonder if that's supposed to be from Space Ghost Coast to Coast. Can I upgrade my dogs? My dog. A little bit. You're almost at 30. I named that one. I don't know if you saw. Because that, you know, colored black, Midnight, that's VS's dog. Hazard is Frena's dog. And Timber is Inez's dog. And nobody else gets dogs. I have legitimate reasons why nobody else gets dogs. You might not think that they're legitimate. Head cannon. Head cannon. Oh, I just need one more of those and I can get another slot. And I might be able to buy something with some time shards. Cool. What? Which one did I miss? There it is. What's going on in the battle pass? Well, I cleared a couple of these. Excellent. What are we looking at here? 30. Still 30. Just need 20 more. Alright, let's see if we can't. Let's see if we can't get that right now today. That one will be easy. I can do that one quick. What else can I do? Ansel, are you out there? Who is the best person to use for this right here, if you're paying attention? To use for dimension active skills. Because clearly it's not any of the people that I regularly use, because this is like snail trailing up. It's barely moving up. Is it Nail? Or Blair? Okay. Good morning, Daynice. I don't know if you had said that yet already. So, good morning. Hope everything's warm and well in your world. How about among the girls? Let me specify. Because it just so happens that I also have Nell. She has a hand cannon as her primary weapon, so that could almost be two birds with one stone. Ansel says, I don't remember who uses that type, what type of skills after building them. Let me see. I think the main issue is that most of the people I have, at least the way I've built them, if I remember correctly, the dimension skills that they have are not like their
Do as I
offensive
say.
stuff.
If you want to live.
See, that's like this one here. It's not one of the things she throws. Well, they do, but like I was saying, it's not stuff that they can like. It's not offensive. Like with this thing right here, she can turn on like the body aura that I guess if when they stand too close to her, they get infected by it.
Want to feel a chill?
The Vulgus can't see
And this
me.
one, her camouflage is dimension,
Because I exist in their blind spot.
but that don't help.
All the cards on the battlefield.
No, not now. Not Luna.
Are you excited to be here at my show?
Oh, my beloved daughter, Daya. Hold on a little longer.
This thing, which is virtually
Your mom will
useless,
save you no matter what.
and that, which both of those are virtually useless.
I will not be afraid.
Her movement things.
The Vulgus can't.
Funny to you.
Are you ready to be shocked?
Haley?
Target confirmed. Ready to fire.
I don't know if that counts.
Inez
Inez?
Rhea, Hound Unit. Commencing operation.
Inez. I've been saying that wrong. It's Inez, not Inez. That's my bad. That's my bad. Alright, we're gonna try Freyna. We're gonna see if we can just run through people with that on, and if that'll kill people, and if that counts. Because clearly I've got somebody who can do it, because I've got, almost 1,600. So somebody has been doing it. I'm just not clear on who.
Descendant, confirm arrival at the operation zone. Proceed with caution. Descendant, enemy troops are being transferred in large numbers. You must attack their point of origin.
Alright, let's see. Let's see if that did it. Where was it? Aha! Aha! Okay. I think I can do this. cactus stopped me. That's a strong cactus. These motherfuckers catch this shit. There you go. Die.
Watch your feet.
Annoying arcade. I am the original.
Mission complete. Transport inbound. See you soon.
Let's see where we're sitting now. Oh yeah. Okay. Couple more times of this and I'll have it. Couple more times. You can tell I've got a goal in the game now. I'm not telling stories now. I'm focused. I've got a purpose. 20 more of those tokens, and I can get Harris's outfit.
Confirm arrival at the operation zone. Proceed with caution.
Activating toxic veil.
I just need one of you to catch it. And then you all got it.
specialized Vulgus aircraft has appeared over the operations zone. Blast it out of the sky.
Somebody leave me a gun yet? There's the guy that's got the gun. Like I'm sneezing on them. Like, guys, stay away. I've got the flu. You don't want this. Stay away. You were warned. Catch this shit. There you go. One of you caught it. And give it to the other guys. Motherfuckers. Alright, fuck it.
Watch your feet.
Guys, just fucking die. Jesus Christ.
Tactical transport en route to the Descendant's position. Close air support available.
Yeah, it was real close. You should probably tell me before you drop it, not after. Just, you know, for future reference.
Don't try.
Okay.
This is your grave. Burn. You can't touch me.
Oh shit, I need blue. Blue! Blue!
Don't try. Watch your feet.
Hound actual to HQ. Mission complete. Requesting
Let's see
transport
what
support.
we're at now. Seems like that should have been more than that. Damn it. Guess we'll just do it again.
Descendant, confirm arrival at the operation zone. Proceed with caution.
This is HQ. Enemy reinforcements incoming. Requesting strike on staging area.
Okay.
Deploying arcade. I am the original.
Yeah.
Shield is down. Melt away.
Shit.
Oh my!
Operation completed. Awaiting transfer to transport position. Well done, Descendant.
Oh, hell yeah. I got that shit this time. Then I just need to hop on his nail. Yeah, what was it, 39? Hand cannon kills, and I've got the outfit. By God. I see some new people hopping on. The number goes up and down at the bottom of my screen, so I don't know if it's people, new people tuning in or people, looking at something else on their YouTube or not. So I'll just throw this out there. Welcome to the channel.
Conditions are
In case you
unfavorable.
did just tune in,
Over.
I'm Carbonor. Hope all is warm and well in your world today. How's the wrong thing? Damn it! Fucking hell. Maybe I can infect you guys over here. Stay away from that end. Come over here. Get sick from me. Not from the puddle.
structure.
Uh-oh.
My situation is dire.
It's pretty dark.
Shield is damaged.
There it was. Now I can cut loose.
This is great. Watch your feet.
Am I?
Hound Actual to HQ. Mission complete.
Indeed.
Requesting transport support.
Indeed. Danos asks, were you able to kill them with your dimension skill? Yes, I did. It popped up about halfway through the mission there. So it was her all along. I just rarely use that skill by her because, you know, you just throw those two projectiles and you just sit back and watch everybody explode. So I forget that sometimes that she even has anything else. Okay. Now, let's switch to... Now. Alright. And I know where we're gonna go. Already. We're gonna go over here. To my early proving grounds. This was the... For quite a while, this was the area that I went to test how powerful they were. I knew I had a pretty good build going if I could make it all the way through, like all 38 of the waves here. Which I don't really need to do. I just need to get 41 kills. This is just one of the places that, you know, that I know I can get it pretty quick. So I won't make you all sit through me going through this all 38 fucking waves. That would be cruel and unusual. I did that once and I was even bored of it halfway through.
Descendant.
Where the fuck? There you are.
We detected void energy at an enemy base and need your assistance. Watch out! Enemy ambush!
There it is.
Request covering fire.
Well, that's okay. I don't need any more rounds. Because we're done here.
My shields need to reach.
You don't know your shields don't need to reach anything, Neil. You're done. You accomplished what you needed to accomplish. And now, I should, indeed, blap, blap, and I got it. Dirt. Heh. Now, that was the important thing. I would like to have this, and I would like to have this. But we'll see. We'll see if I can accomplish it. We still have plenty of time because there's still these weeks. Or is there just 2 more weeks? But we have 45 days. So I should be able to get some more of this shit fairly easily. That one's going to be tricky. Using the melee weapon to kill 100 people in the supermassive receptor. That's not going to be easy. I'm not even going to do that one. So there's one I'm not going to get. I might be able to pull it off. But as I said, the important shit's done. Because I kind of like what I've done with my Luna, and it's not really a high priority. But I think I kind of like Harris a little bit more than I like Luna. Could be something to do with the fact that Harris is a redhead, and I have a weakness for redheads. I think I've mentioned that before. Girl with bright red hair, green eyes, and freckles. Oh my good God. That is the perfect woman for me. Perfect woman for me. Let's see. I think I should do some Luna shit. So I can... Oh, wait, this isn't the ultimate one. Shit. Oh, no. I shouldn't do anything. Maybe I should go farm for Luna? I could do that. I can do that. What time is it? How much time do I have? Yeah, I can do a little bit of shit for 30 minutes. 30 more minutes. So I need... Then... What we'll do is we'll go around and grab some of the piddly shit. So we need this, that, just those two things for her. Okay. These are in White Knight Gulch. These are in Agna Desert. Okay. And I think I also need some of those for her. Yes. This one. Okay. So I need just like 20 there, we'll say. And I need a whole lot more here. Okay. Agna Desert, here we come. Just gonna be walking around kicking buckets and boxes. Does that sound entertaining? First, one thing I'm gonna do is I need to refill my drink. So I'm gonna be when she lands, she's gonna be sitting here a minute, but I'm still gonna be talking to you because I'm gonna be walking in the next room. The marvels of headsets. I can just talk while I'm... Of course, I can't read the chat at this moment either, so if you post something or reply, I'm in the kitchen. I won't be able to see it. I mentioned that I lost my oldest cat last month. Unfortunately, he was old. He was 17. He was getting very frail. I knew it was coming. But at any rate, I've still got 6. But he was like, anytime I opened my bedroom door, he would if he wasn't waiting for me at the door, he would come running to meet me at the door when I would come out of my bedroom. And none of the rest of the cats do that, and every time I open my bedroom now, it's a little bit sad to not have somebody sitting there waiting for me. But that's depressing, and I probably shouldn't have done that. That certainly kills the mood. Zenspeed says, dog jumped off the ledge. Yeah, he does that a lot. He's not smart. He's not smart at all. He does that a lot. There's two right here. How fucking awesome. Was either one of those one of the things? I don't even know what it was called. Yes. Excellent. Well, that's a good start. Hell yeah. Boxes and buckets. Boxes and buckets. I'm still so mad that my fucking AI music maker app done went and fucking abandoned me. I'm fucking mad about that. Fucking sucks. Now I've got to go through a bunch of more and find one that satisfies me, does what I want it to do, hopefully has a close enough voice to the voice that I've already associated voices to the four girls. Pain in the ass. Pain in the ass. Just passing through. No, it's alright. I'm not fucking with you guys. I'm just walking by. I'm just looking over here. See, I need this box. See, I just needed this box. No, I didn't mean to disturb you. Y'all do your thing. Shit. Now I've got to blow these things up. God damn it. Ah, Lord. Get out of the way. Yep, I've been discovered. Y'all see I'm blowing your shit up. Yep. Now where's the big guy? There you are. Okay. Thank you. Alright, I'll be on my way now, guys. Later. Did these respawn? They did. Whoa. Excellent. 200 that time. Holy shit. Well, there's none in that one, so I guess it evened out. Where else can I go here? Buckets and boxes. Whatever. Buckets and boxes. I should have known. I should have known that something like that would happen with that fucking app. Because I was so happy with the results that I was getting out of it, and I was having such a good time and feeling creatively fulfilled with it. You know what I'm saying? So of course, it's only makes sense that they would be like, yeah, we wanted some money, so fuck you and your dreams. Oh, thanks guys. Thanks guys. Oh, this is my... Oh, what's up, guys? Y'all doing a good job. Keeping the place safe. That was a scout. He was going to tell him where our base was. I had to kill him. I didn't have a choice. Hey, there's one. I don't need nanopolymers. I don't need nanopolymers. Okay, that's a little better. How many have I got so far? Let's see. So that's almost 40 more than I need for her. So that would mean, yeah. No. No. I need to keep going. Okay. My math wasn't mathing. Good. And that one's not respawned yet. Who hollered? Where you at? Give me some. I don't. Have you? Those have just turned into nanopolymer buckets. That's all they are. There's nothing else in them but nanopolymers. It's like, oh, is this what you need? Well, how about we give you this instead? Well, that's very generous of you, really. But it's not what I want. Nanopolymers. Now you're just fucking with me. Now you're just trolling me. Okay, that's all right. That's you're nickel and diming me, but you know that adds up. Oh my god. Ah. And still this one's not respawned. What the shit? Okay, okay. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. All right, so let's math. Let's math. Let's math. So I need 1100. Ansel says maybe leave and join for another instance. That's that's exactly what I was about to do. I just wanted to do. I'm gonna do some math real quick first. So 1123 and 499. So that's basically 16. That's 1622. 1622. Okay. So I need like 200, just as a roundabout number. So let's go over here. This is a big area. At least, you know, doing this, getting these materials like this from the buckets and the boxes, at least the buckets fucking give you, you know, at least 100 of whatever it is. And that's very nice. I would much rather grind this way than go endlessly through a mission, you know, 1,000 times, getting five each time you do it. That can sometimes be brain numbing. See some new people joining in. Welcome to the channel, Carbonor. Hope all was warm and well in your world today. We are just searching for some piddly stuff to unlock, you know, the research on a couple of people. I haven't been chatting much because I think I probably did a whole lot of chatting in the first like hour and a half. I don't think I stopped talking. Are you guys really chasing me? Okay. There. Nanopolymers. The bane of my existence. Here's some more of those. Okay, that's good. I'm not seeing a whole lot of buckets or boxes in this area. I would have thought, as big as it is, that there would be more. But that does not seem to be the case. There's two. There's two. 44? Okay, okay. Alright. There's a box. Okay. Wrong one. Yeah, okay. We got it. Now we need to go to. Get these, and that was where? White Knight Gulch. Okay. Excellent! So now all I need for my Ultimate Luna, I'll get these pretty quickly. It's just those 2 blueprints. Hell yeah. And Harris, we just need some writhing organic matter, which sounds very dirty. And then 2 blueprints for her. Excellent. White Knight Gulch. So we're going to get these, and I'll probably call that an episode. I think. I had a hamburger and home fries earlier. And one awesome thing about home fries is that even when they're cold, they're still crunchy. They're still good. Anybody that doesn't know what home fries are, is when you take a potato and cut it like French fries and fry them fresh. They're so good. They're so much better than normal French fries. They're so much better, especially nowadays. When you order a fucking French fries at a goddamn fast food place, they pull them from the grease like 1 second after you can technically call it cooked. So like if you don't eat that shit immediately, they become soggy. Like there's a Crystals across my street. And for those of you up north who don't know what Crystals is, it's the southern version of White Castle, essentially. There's a Crystals literally like less than a half a mile from my house. I can go buy a couple Crystals and order a French fries from that place, and by the time I get to my home, which is literally within minutes, with less than 10, probably more like 3, literally they will be soggy. I've gotten to the point to even with pizza, anything I order from a fast food type place or a pizza delivery place, I order it well done, just so I know it'll actually be fully cooked and not because some fucking corporate kitchen said, yeah, you can call that done at 3 minutes. No, you can't. No, you can't. It's not done. Put that shit back in. Because, you know, every second that you shave off of that order of French fries is one more customer you can serve. No, fuck you. Fuck you. Fucking board of investors is like the worst thing that could happen for anything, because they don't give a shit. They don't care. They don't even care what company it is that they're investing in. They just want money. They just want money. It's like, hey, what product do we make, and how can we make it better? We don't give a shit. Just pump as many of that thing out as you can, and if it's crap, who cares? People will still buy it. We just want money. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's great. We've got a good product here. That's awesome. Now, how can we shave off 15 cents, you know, for every fucking one that we make? Well, we can't without making an inferior product. I don't see a problem here. You know. But such is the state of the world that we live in. Money, money, money. Not that I'm anti-capitalism or anything at all. Not, you know, I mean, of all the systems that there are, I really do believe that's probably about the best one, because it allows anybody, you know, to do something, you know. If you have the right, if you have enough, if you have the capital and the startup and all that kind of shit, it allows you to do whatever the fuck you want to do. If you want to dedicate yourself to it, you can accomplish that, and I truly believe that is the one system that allows you to do that. But at the same time, sometimes you really got to wonder, when is enough for some people, for some companies, for some corporations? When is enough? You make, just for instance, like $5 billion a year. Wow, is that not enough? Is that not enough that you have to constantly try to figure out how can we get $1 more? Just, can you not just get to a point where you're like, I'm satisfied with this? No. Just gotta keep going and keep going. How can we get more? More. So in those instances, it's sometimes easy to see, oh, I got it already. Holy shit. Okay. It's sometimes easy to see why other people would look to other forms of economics, or could you call it? I don't know. So it's easy to see why people would be like, find other ways appealing. But no system's perfect. There's going to be people getting screwed, no matter what ideology you follow. Somebody's going to be the lower fucking rung that's getting stepped on all the fucking time. It's a fallacy to believe any system is perfect. Green card. I like your outfit, green card. Surprisingly not green. Okay. So, ooh, I like that color. That's nice. That's cool. Kudos. Sometimes it's cool when there's people up here to just look around at everybody's designs and what they do. It's amazing the difference you can make. But they do put a lot of slots on each one of these outfits to alter the colors. It's not just like you get 3 choices, and that lends a lot more customization, even to a basic design of something. But anyway, I think we got some good accomplishments today. I'm not disappointed. I think we'll probably maybe grind for Luna tomorrow. See if we can't tag along with some people over there in Axion. Get those blueprints there and get her going, which will probably, I don't know, judging on how each successive one that comes out seems to take longer than the last one, she'll probably take about a week. Oh, I can go ahead and start this one. Oh, fuck. I can go ahead and start this one. Very cool. And I think I've also got some things to trade in a couple of places.
Now what do you want?
Fuck you.
Go on, I'm waiting.
I come here every day. Can you not at least fucking smile and occasionally just fucking bite your tongue and just be like, hey? Swear to God. Well, now I need some more of those. Well, fucking hell. It is always something. I didn't realize that that part was shared between them as well. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Alright, now we're gonna go over here. We're gonna buy some stuff. I gotta spend some night offline getting my lounge all set up, and getting all my figurines and all the fucking guns and all the stuff put in their places so I can show that off. I'll probably do that in the next week or so. I need a little bit more of the bucks so I can buy some paints for what I'm planning on doing for the girls. So it might take a little bit. I might keep the lounge top secret until then. But I have plans for my lounge. That's what I'm saying. Well, I'm saying. No, go back. None of them that I need. Alright then. Well, we'll dismantle those. Got one of you. Got one of you. Don't need you. You. That's blue. I don't need you. 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 Alright, that's good. I don't even know what am I going for here. I think I'm going for this diorama, because I don't have one of those yet. And I think I'd like to have one. But at the same time, I really want these extra poses. Particularly the shower one, because yeah, I'm a dude. And the sleeping one. I guess it don't matter. They're not going anywhere. We'll just see how I feel on that particular day. And now let's go see if we can do anything with our time shards. Keep up the good work, soldier. My dog is spastic. $1,400. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get that. And then we'll just collect some more. Collect some more? I wonder if it says who's winning the thing yet. Let's find out. Let's find out real quick. Let's find out real quick. Yeah, I agree with you, Ansel. This is a pain in the ass. Stahl is winning again. Yep, I am not surprised. Wait, I need to do that, or have I already? No, it's not over yet. Okay. Okay. So we're not done with the round yet. Sunday. So that's tonight. Every Wednesday? I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I kinda like this guide outfit for the lounge. Lounge. Just for the lounge. There's no other purpose for it. But I like it. Okay. I think that's where we're gonna call it here, guys. Thank you, everybody, for being here, for making it this far, for sticking with me through the live stream. If you've been here the whole time, if you've been here half the time, if you're here at the moment, that's, what I'm saying. I appreciate you. I truly do. I should say this. Okay. I'm somewhat. Okay. I'm not. I'll hold on. I'm still here, Ansel. I'm still talking. I have put on my community page, on my YouTube, I started a Patreon, and I started a Coffee. If you choose, if you would like to, sign up for the Patreon. If you would like to leave me a coffee, if you would like to throw me a couple bucks, that it is optional. It is completely up to you. They're there. I knew eventually I was going to have to make them anyway, so it's been done. There's no pressure. I'm not going to beg you. I'm probably rarely ever even going to mention that they're there. But they're there if it's up to you. Now, that being said, thank you for being here. I cannot explain how much I appreciate you guys. I know I said this yesterday, and I probably say this a lot, but it really does mean the world to me that you guys are willing to spend even a little bit of your time listening to me just rattle on about bullshit and fucking play a game. I cannot explain how much that means, and I do appreciate it. If you enjoyed this, and this is mostly for the people that might be watching it as a video later, because I strongly suspect any of you guys have probably already clicked the like button, but any of you might be watching this as a video, if you could see your way clear to possibly leaving me a like, a comment, a share, or a subscribe, any one of those things would be great. All of them would be even better. The views are fantastic. They do a lot, but YouTube likes it when you're engaging. They like it when you click that like button and smash it or fucking ring bells and all that other bullshit. So if you could do that, that'd be awesome. That helps tell them, hey, this dude, put him in the algorithm, because people might dig his shit, and that would be very helpful for me. Should you choose to do those things while you're at it, check out the rest of the shit on my channel. I've got over 1,100 videos from the 2 years that I've been doing this now. I've got concerts that I've been to. I've got original music that I write the lyrics to and give life through the form of through an AI app in the form of a 4-piece all-girl metal band called The Circle. If you like In This Moment, Butcher Babies, New Year's Day, if Zen Speed says ring bells. If you like those kind of bands, Hellstorm, Flyleaf, that kind of thing. If you like screaming metal bands or screaming metal chicks, you probably will dig it. I feel it necessary to stress that 100% the lyrics are written by me. So there is a massive human component in that music, despite the fact that it is AI created. I encourage you to give it a shot. You might be surprised. And you can find the lovely ladies of The Circle every Wednesday night on Wicked Wednesday Night. That is the female division of my original character simulated wrestling federation. The men's division is on Monday night. That's Monday Night Mania. I also have a female celebrity simulated wrestling federation. It's every Tuesday night download. And I have a Marvel versus DC federation working in the works. It's pretty close to completed, probably close to 50% completed. On top of that, I do these daily live streams every day, somewhere around 6 to 9 a.m. It varies a little bit, give and take. You know, I'm a perpetually late person, and it's a character flaw. It's a character flaw. I'm aware of it, so I can only apologize. But it's around that time where I just get on here and chat with the good fellas that show up and support me and give me advice when I'm doing stupid shit on this game. And on top of that, I've got a butt ton of playthroughs, all kinds of genres, all kinds of titles, racing, action, adventure, horror, walking simulators, all kinds of stuff. I've got a massive library of over 300 games in my PlayStation Plus profile. All kinds of stuff that I'm wanting to rotate in. So, if there's anything out there that you guys might be interested in seeing me play, drop me a line. Let me know. Throw it in the comments. I will see what I can do about working it in, or see if I have it in my library. Like I said, there's a fucking lot of games in my library. And well, I guess, ladies and gentlemen, cats and kittens, boys and girls, that just leaves me to say, thank you once again. Truly, thank you guys. And until next time, later.